From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Melvin. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here we go, here we go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Giants at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be called for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Again, it's Walker.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And some space here. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
73 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Myers' kick is good, and that will make it 6-0.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Tannehill. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down.
Melvin. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
To try again after the sack, Tannehill. And he fires one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on third and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it's certain.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Elijah Moore.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Giants have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday they'll press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 3rd down, Melvin.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Melvin. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. 39 yards. And the Seahawks have regained the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Tannehill.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
108 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
I'm not sure, Brandon. We've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Tannehill. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin from 8 yards out. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. The final shot before break. Melvin. He lets it fly for Lockett.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Operating from the gun, Melvin. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Off the bootleg, Melvin. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Open man here is Conklin. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Right.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Now this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tannehill on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Tannehill. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Marcus Davenport. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Tannehill. And this is caught at the 8. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now it's Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming. 141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. On the handoff, this is Walker, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on third down. Melvin being chased out left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Play action. It's Tannehill. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Tannehill now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
On first down, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Melvin going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
That's complete to Tony.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Tannehill. Caught right side, Davis.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Tannehill throwing again.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Tannehill toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Back to Walker on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Melvin. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Tight right.
Here's Tannehill.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Deep.
Throwing Tannehill.
His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Tannehill to throw.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. Melvin going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Elsewhere, Ford Field. They're into the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted it.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now Tannehill.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Tannehill.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Hey, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Off play action. Melvin. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Walker. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that is no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the first crack here in overtime goes to the New York Giants as we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Wait. We are.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. First throw in overtime for Tannehill. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
He's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
He was brought down there by Julian Love.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Melvin dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Quiddy Pay in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Melvin. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Here we go. Hey! Time right! Go!
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking